Why are women more likely to file for divorce? According to some men, it's because we're so selfish and we're such bitches and we're such cheaters. That isn't true, guys. It is your relationship skills deficit. It is because you men are lacking. That's why we're filing for divorce. Don't gaslight me, okay? I'm not going to put up with any bullshit anymore from guys, you know, who have a one-off situation about some woman who was a skank and ran off. I will tell you that leaving a marriage is a very traumatizing event for a woman because it makes us feel like a failure. It's heartbreaking. It's heart-shattering to we fall in love with this guy and then he ends up being an emotional deadbeat. And that is very painful to go through. It's a huge abandonment wound, okay? It's traumatizing. It's okay. Statistics show that women initiate divorces in up to 80% of cases. And then this divorce lawyer named Gray Robinson talks about his 6 insights into why women are more likely to file for divorce. Number 1, women no longer dream of being housewives. They want satisfying marriages and careers. And the underlying theme of all 6 of it is that women want to be satisfied in their marriages, emotionally satisfied. They're no longer willing to say, you earn the money, I'll take care of the house. I don't care how you treat me. I don't care that you neglect me. I don't care that you stop paying attention to me because my job is taking care of the house. Women are no longer okay with that. And neither are children. Children also want to be treated with love and respect, which you can do if you take a good parenting class. So women are no longer satisfied vacuuming and doing household chores in cocktail dresses and high heels and look fantastic when men arrived home from work. They don't want to feel oppressed, marginalized, and undervalued anymore. They want to have equal value. They want to have careers. So now that means that women look forward, number 2, women look forward to true equality of the sexes, while men look backward to the golden age of marriage. Men are comfortable in their roles as head of the house, while women are not particularly satisfied with being pigeonholed as a wife who supports her husband's career, the primary caregiver to their children, and the unpaid domestic help. See, the man as the head of the house, he loves it because he's in charge. He's got all the power. And she's powerless. She doesn't earn any money. She isn't paid for her work, and she has no real say. It's very trapping to be home with kids, by the way. And so men generally try to find and marry the woman of their dreams and expect she'll never change, while women marry a man for his potential. They hope that they can guide their imperfect man into perfection. Women become frustrated with men who resist change. Society, religion, and other cultural norms have oppressed women around the world for thousands of years, and women are becoming less and less inclined to go along with these regimes. Number 3, women are less willing to accept unhappy relationships than men. Yes, women are less willing to accept unhappy relationships than men. This is huge, you guys. This is huge. This is the biggie. And when we are unhappy in the relationship and we tell you over and over and over and you don't listen, that's why we leave. Because you don't listen. Because you don't give a shit. Because you don't know how. Because you want to stay closed down or walled off and seek comfort in your work and in your projects and in your hobbies or your kids, and you ignore us. And we start wanting to improve the relationship. We start wanting to read books with you or go to therapy with you, and you don't want any part of it. So some of us divorce. Some women do worse stuff. They cheat on you. But it's all a result of you checking out. speaking to the men here in general. Generations of men have been trained to man up and stay in unhappy relationships, and perhaps to seek happiness outside their marriages to make their lives tolerable. Yes, you know how many men have affairs and go see escorts and stay married to these women? I'm like, why the fuck are you seeing an escort? If your wife isn't fucking you and you're that unhappy with her, why are you with her? And I think that's because they don't want to lose their money or whatever. They're willing to stay in those unhappy relationships. I talk to men like that all the time. They won't leave. I'm like, why won't you leave? They don't. They don't. Modern women, however, are more independent than most men think, and they're unwilling to accept unhappy relationships month after month, year after year, with no hope of change. Oftentimes, men don't even realize that they are in a failing relationship until their wives say, I want a divorce. I have often heard male divorce clients state, I thought everything was fine, I was blindsided by this divorce. In business, successful men are trained to focus on intellectual pursuits, to use logic to solve all their problems, and to ignore their emotions. Ironically, it is this disconnect that often causes a marriage to fail, and for men to think their marriage is fine while their wives are talking to divorce lawyers. By the time the divorce is filed, women are done trying to work on the relationship. By the way, women need to speak up and say when they're unhappy. You know, you need to start talking up. You can't just like blindside a guy with divorce, ladies. Okay, let's go on. I have to wrap this up. I have to go for my run. Number 4. Men often believe they have more to lose in a divorce than women. Many men hold the misconception that they will do poorly in court. The cards are stacked against them in terms of finances and child custody. Many men's divorce groups are perpetuating this idea, taking one man's terrible experience and making it seem like all men are treated badly in court. The stereotypes of men as breadwinners and women as caregivers have changed, but men still believe that they have more to lose than women in a divorce. For that reason alone, men are reluctant to go there. I can understand that. Number 5. Women are quicker to consult a lawyer than men. Quite frankly, there is an advantage to be the plaintiff in the court. Men are quicker to consult a lawyer. I think that's kind of related to the other ones because they're unhappy and the man hasn't been listening. And I think number 6 is also related to women want a healthier marriage because it says, number 6, women are much more aware of the emotional health of their marriages than men. If the marriage is a traditional one with a stay-at-home mom and a breadwinner dad, women are going to pick up on any problems with the marriage and the children before a man would. Women notice that their husbands regularly go out for drinks after work with their co-workers or spend evenings and weekends entertaining clients for dinner or a round of golf. Meanwhile, they may not have spent any quality time together as a couple without the children, think date night, in months or even years. Yes, I can relate to this. If they are concerned for the well-being of their children, their maternal instincts will often take action quicker than those of their male counterparts. It is my opinion that the same reasons that cause a marriage to fail motivates women more than men to seek a divorce. Lack of communication, lack of empathy, lack of feeling supported by your spouse, and lack of emotional growth generally distress women more than men, making women more likely to file for divorce than men. Men are usually more comfortable with the status quo than women, and women are more observant of red flags than men. So men are often shocked and surprised when their wives file for divorce. And I will add this, for all these guys who go, women just divorce men, because they're cheaters and they're never satisfied. That's bullshit. That would be a minority of women. it's more likely in my experience that men are the cheaters. Women want women who, if the woman cheats, it's because the man has emotionally neglected her already. I'm sure there are outliers, just as there are women who like to just have like ride the dick carousel, but in general, women value relationships and they want to be in love with one man. And they try to improve the relationship and they talk about it. Now, if the woman doesn't talk about it and she keeps it all bottled up and she gets all angry and goes to divorce court, that's not very good. But I personally was one that was talking about it. I was trying to improve my marriage the whole 25 years, and I finally just gave up. And now I'm one of those single happy women who is happy on her own, who's like, what can a man do for me? And what can he do for me? I still don't really know. I love my men clients, don't get me wrong. I love my male clients, and I appreciate men very much. I'm speaking of a relationship. Thank you for watching my video, and I'm interested in your comments.